Welcome back to the broadcast, everybody. How are you guys today? I'm Miss Shine Light 7. Welcome. This is a 21 plus reading, raw, uncut, unfiltered, unbiased reader. I don't know what the messages will be before the messages come out, so please take only what resonates with you and leave the rest. Suggestions and questions can be left in the comment section below. This is a general plus a collective. It will not resonate with every single one of you. And if it does not resonate, will you check out some of the other videos in the playlist? Along with, before you go, make sure you subscribe, like, share, hit that bell notification along with the thumbs up. All right, things you just can't beat. Things people spend too much time thinking about. And things you shouldn't let an amateur do. Things you shouldn't tie to the roof of your car. And things you wish worked by remote control. So somebody got that universal remote control, ordering your steps to their order. On the S button so below, we got the pull and off. Wait, pull and off. The pull off or the put over. Or somebody might be putting on. This is open and once, and they want me to open this portal up and close it back up once I'm finished. So yeah, that's what they're talking about as well. Talking about the wind activation. Wind. So that air sign might be in this energy as well, coming in. Excuse me. As well as somebody might be in deep thought, deep conversation. So we had the wind activation. We got the new moon coming in. We came in under the full moon last night. And that's under promise. But this is the new moon, not the full moon. Okay, guys? Just to let you know. And then we got childhood innocence. So we got like abandonment issues as well coming up in the energy. And then we got the Milky Way. The Milky Way is our perspective, the way we see things, how we think about things in the energy, how we think about these things, how we see them, how we perceive these perspectives of things that we see. Okay, in the energy. All right, Lord, let's get going. Let's see what they got going. Reflection. Flaky. Vulnerability, transformation, and vulnerability. Somebody might be a Leo in this energy as well. The Leo, the lion. Somebody might be feeling a little bit like a cowardly lion right now. Needing a little bit of courage. Feeling a little bit vulnerable in the energy. Okay, because you lions have that prey instinct. Okay, so when something ain't right. Y'all have that instinctual feeling about you guys. All right, let's see, guys. Let's talk about it here. All right, let's see what they talking about here in the energy, y'all. Let's see. Things that you wish worked by my remote control, along with things you spend too much time thinking about. Breathe the breath of the cosmos. My will to thy will. My will to thy will. Micromanaging the universe. Okay? So I told you somebody had that remote control, that universal remote control ordering somebody's steps around. But I didn't know y'all was trying to order the universe around. Trying to tell the spirit what to do. Cracked open. Rock bottom. Surrender to your alchemy of life. And this is the pull and the off, along with the open and once. And they want you to know that as well. Okay? They want you to know this is cracked open. This is what's open. They want this to be cracked open. Maybe you cracking open your personality so it could come through. Maybe you cracking open, I don't want to be vulgar, but maybe you cracking open somebody's head. because they, you know what I mean, caused you to do it. They asked for it. Mary go barf. Joke's on you. Treat me like a joke and I'll leave you like it is funny. Under the rock star. So that rock star is getting played right now because they got the jokes on him. Blah, blah, blah. Shut up. The astronaut. And you remind me of a penny. Two-faced and not worth much. Under number 2. And then we got 2 with nothing. Like they just an astronaut. One's an astronaut, one's a rock star. So somebody might be a musician. Somebody also might be. Somebody like to take flight. Somebody might like to get high off life, off of that, you know. Whatever vice they choose. Okay? Whatever vice they choose. Okay. So let's talk about it here, you guys. Let's talk about it, and then we're gonna get into the message. Okay. Let's talk about what the signs and synchronicities that we need to go toward right now. Going toward our signs and synchronicities. Going toward, what do they want us to go toward? Or what is coming toward us under the green light? What's coming? What they giving us the green light on? The spirit says somebody is trying to order the universe around. I wouldn't do it if I was you. I would listen to my spirit guides and tap into them and ask them, where's our path and where we going? And that will come in your meditations and stuff. So maybe you might need to get a little bit more grounded in your energy. So they want to talk to us, want to pull off to the a breath of the cosmos. My will to thy will, micromanaging the universe. Somebody trying to do that to the universe, I would suggest you don't do it. Number 64 might resonate with you under the wood wives, under adaptability, somebody's wife in this energy. Wives, somebody, old wives' cells might be in this energy as well. Literally, figurative, metaphorically, or folklore is the language in context, in and out of context. I usually like to do this off camera because it takes so long sometimes. Number 40 might resonate with you under the mindful, under the group think. Under the group thinks. Things people spend too much time thinking about. So some like-minded folks is masterminding some things over in this energy, look like. And also we got the empty well, past, present, and future. Number 16, time to replenish. Time to replenish yourself. At the bottom of the deck, we got overflowing, overwhelmed, and plenty. So something might be overwhelming you, but you also got plenty of ... You know, it might not be plenty of time because time is of the essence. But you also might have plenty of stability that you need to get to right now. You know, procrastination might not get you there. All right, so let's talk about what we got going right now, right here in the moment. Under the breath of a cosmos in the energy. Let's talk about number 64 real quick in the energy. Number 64 talks about us, the wood wives, adaptability, strong, roots. Okay, these are roots here. The wood wives dance into the dreams as they remind, as a reminder to be grounded no matter what life offers you. You need to know who you are, what you'll tolerate, what you've learned to date, and what boundaries to set so you feel good about yourself. Life is going to offer you something extraordinary now. And in order to learn and receive its blessings, you must remember that being grounded gives you more freedom, not less. You have everything you need. You have all it takes to do right now. If you also keep reminding yourself of the flexibility, you will be amazed by how well things play out for you. The Woodwives are both wisdom keepers and students of the New World, as these forest spirits have an uncanny ability to adapt to change circumstances and always find the perfect way to grow and expand. They represent what you already know how to do. Okay? Learn, be in beginner's mind. Let go of your rigid notion of how things should be and be present in what is right now. Unaccumulated by your projections. Is there a storm brewing because things need to change? No worry. Nothing can uproot you now, and it will pass, and you will dance with nature and move with it all. Okay? You will move with this all with these woodwives, but also that might be somebody's wife. Okay? Somebody whose wife that's adapted to a situation that is abusive, that might not be serving her, that might not make her happy at this time. So something that you might be doing that you might need to gain courage in, because I got this rock star out here that says joke's on you. And I also got things that you wish work by remote control. So, okay. That's what they say. Number 40 might resonate with you. Under the mindful. This is keeping a clear mind, hurtful thoughts, groupthink. The human mind can be so many things: a prison, a latrine, a circus, a temple, a cave. It can be a place of restriction or a place of never-ending expansion. Right now, be careful of where you wander in your mind. The quality of your thoughts is key, as you're in a fertile time for full manifestation. You want to ensure that the seeds you plant will sprout and flourish into the life you seek to grow. Be mindful not to scatter weeds. It is easy to be influenced by others right now too. Especially in our digital age, it's hard to protect yourself from the energy and sheer amount of information bombarding you 24/7. If you allow all the fears and the uncanny to pollute your mind and emotions, you will fill yourself up with the negativity and then see more of it in the outer world. Stay out of gossip and other forms of groupthink. For when you cut another person down to their level due to their perceived mistakes, or limit them by your envy, you activate lack for yourself. So fill yourself with thoughts of plenty. Imagine your universe unfeathered by scarcity and alive with abundance, hope, and goodness. Be mindful of what your mind is full of and keep the faith. Good brings more good. Love, more love. Gratitude, more things to be grateful for. All right, so that's what they're talking about. Somebody might be needing to change the group settings, the negative and naysayers that are in your energy, and the doubters that are not of like-mindedness of yourself. Okay, number 16. That's what they're talking about, you guys. 1409. The empty well. Nothing here. Time is replenished, diminishing yourself for another. The empty well reveals that there is nothing for you here. The well is dry and the desert is encroaching on your once fertile garden. It is time to face the harsh reality and move on. Give gratitude and thanks for your abundance you have experienced, and let spirit guide you to your next destination. This might mean saying goodbye to someone or something, or existing on changing the rules of the game. Stop diminishing yourself for the sake of another. Make yourself small will not produce the results you want. There is a lack of reciprocity, of give and take. The empty well tells you that it is time to reclaim what is yours and return what does not belong to you. The shadow cast in your directions are not of your making. You do not need to react or to respond to them, as they are not real. Simply shine your light upon them and see how it dispels them. These shadows are projections that you are refusing refusing for reality, or confusing. I'm sorry. That was confusing for your own reality. I'm sorry, you guys. You may be offered a shovel to help you dig yourself out of an uncomfortable situation. And that shovel came in yesterday under the new moon in the charm messages yesterday. An uncomfortable situation, a bucket to drink from the well. But you didn't dig yourself out of this hole. Remember that there is no water to be found in that well. Receive an empty well as a gift. Do not exert your energy and waste your resources by repairing the wall or mending the rope. Follow the water course way. The aquifers that run deep in the earth, and you will be led to a new spring oasis. You can find this underground stream, these rich natural resources, in the subterranean depths of your own heart. That's what they're talking about under this time to replenish. That's what they said. That's what they talking about. All right, that's what they said. That's what they talking about. All right, so let's talk about it here under these wood wires. Who is this and what is this about? This is about having prosperity on one end, and this is about your inspiration on the other. Okay? This is also you don't go past. This is telling you to stop so that you can receive and manifest your prosperity. So you can see the inspirations that they're sending your way. Okay? It's things that can inspire you to grow. So let's talk about it here. All right? Now let's talk about these adaptability. Who's trying to adapt to something here? Who's adapting to something here? New decks to the table today. I think it's like 1, 2, 3, 4 new decks to the table today. And this is one of them in my hand. The one I laid out before was a new deck to the table as well. And if you would like to offer a new deck to the channel, my Amazon wish list will be put in the description below. As soon as I figure out how to do it, guys. All right, so let's talk about these adaptabilities with these dancing wood wives, okay? They're talking a Page of Wands, okay? Page of Wands. I'm liking this new deck. The Ace of Cups, along with the Three of Cups. They celebrating here under the time to relish yourself, okay? Relish yourself. It's time to replenish, relish yourself in this energy, okay? Replenish yourself. Replenish your thought process, which how you perceive things under the Milky Way, okay? Under the desert, you know, it's drier. They said this water, there's no more water in this well. Don't try to mend it, the rope. Don't try to do nothing to it because, you know, there's no water here. This water is dry. This well went dry here, all right? But there's something to drink here, look like. Look at these girls drinking. Look like they partying. I don't know, but we're going to see. So let's talk about this Page of Wands here. Page of Wands. Page of Wands talks about, in this child's case, the positive message of this Page of Wands is the mother telling them that lunch is ready. However, the child is having such a fun time playing. Their fierce passion and sugar skull inspiration may keep them tied to their playing horse.
but for a little bit longer to see what new and exciting adventures their imaginations can create. Okay, so then, you know, the kids, you can't, it's hard to get a kid to come back in once they playing. Okay, and it's also talking about, this is positive and an encouraging message. It can also mean that your creativity, optimistic, and free spirited, or that you know your younger person, or you know a younger person who has these attributes. The Page of Wands can show up in a reading when you have a fresh new idea and or a newfound inspiration. When it shouts, and wants to shout it to the world. So this is them wanting to shout something to you, or about you, or some new idea, fresh endeavor is coming your way in this energy. Okay, this fiery page can also indicate that you will be returning to something that at one time gave you pleasure, but for whatever reason you gave it up. Now might be the time, the perfect time to begin it again. So maybe you like to knit, maybe you like to crochet, maybe you used to like to write, and now it's telling you that it's time to pick that up again. Okay. Unfortunately, this can bring a message of bad news as well. It can also mean a delay in your plans or due to indecision or the lack of desire. It also could talk about anything that could take the wind out of you. And we got that wind activation. So something that could take the breath out of you. When we got the cosmos here and you trying to tell the cosmos what to do, they could take the wind out of you. So spirit could do that to you. Take the wind out of your sail might be connected to the Page of Wands reverse. And it didn't come in reverse, but I like to give you the meaning of it because it depends on your position, where you are in your situation. Because just because it didn't show me reverse doesn't mean that the message isn't for either or. Excuse me. It also could mean a child is acting out or being rebellious. So you might have a rebellious child. Your child might be, not listening at this present time, and you've been having a hard time with them at school or where they go to daycare. Because this is a kid, they might have told you to come on, so-and-so, it's time to come in. It's nap time to eat your lunch or eat your dinner or whatever they doing at school, breakfast, and they don't want to come in because they're having such a good time. This also could be that. But your child has to learn that when authorities tell them to come in and it's time to come in, they must listen to authorities. Okay. It also could mean that maybe by having too much of a good time and not concentrating on their schoolwork. So somebody might not be doing their schoolwork. Pay attention, parents, to your kids' work. We're running into the end of the first market period, and some assignments might be due coming soon. Okay, so make sure the kids are getting their work done, like they are called to do by the authority of their teachers. I'm getting that message. So that's teachings and lessons. That's what that would be considered today, under teachings and lessons as well. So let's talk about the Ace of Cups here, you guys. Let's talk about that. And then I'm going to give you the message in which they're talking about for you guys. It also could talk about, a wife or a girlfriend or some type of, partner, spouse, mistress, hookup, booty call, Jezebel, rebel, harlot, bad bee, that you don't like taking authority from the lover you're with. You don't like taking authority from them. The Ace of Cups talking about when you are strong enough to tap into your sugar skull emotions, the potential is limitless. Just like the fountain displays on the card, your love can be an explosive and powerful as you wished it to be. And don't worry about the wise crow on the top of the fountain. It knows exactly the right time to fly away if things get turbulent. So that bird knows when to get out of here. And that, you know, birds is omens and messages as well. So message is right there for that. Water of emotions, cup runneth over of emotions for something, someone, or some circumstance that somebody wishes to. I'm getting a hard-headed girl. A hard-headed woman. I'm getting hard-headed. True love starts from within. The cup of this Ace of Cups sprouts forth an awakening of the heart. You feel the love flowing within you, and you feel the joy that accompanies it. It represents any new blossoming love interest, whether it be romantic or friendly. It can refer to the beginning of a new creative idea, a birth, a child, or an engagement. You can ask about love. Then if you're asking about love, it's talking about yes. Right? And it also talks about if you are allowing yourself to be open to the possibilities of love, you have been through a rough patch with your last relationship, but you're ready to get back on the horse again. Hopefully you have taken the time to nurture yourself and recover from the emotional damage from your past. When this attractive card shows up, you're still going to get the beginning you deserve. It just may take a little longer than you hoped. Okay, so it may take a little longer just because we out here with a group of people that are, what do they call them? Group thinking. So y'all out here with them naysayers and doubters that you ain't gonna never find a man and ain't no good men, and don't listen to that. That's rubbish. Okay, there's a man when time calls for you to have a man. There will be that man for you, divinely appointed. Okay, divinely appointed for you, because they told me your prosperity was here, so you don't miss your manifestation. They got the red here, and over here they told me says you're gonna be inspired to find love, and love is gonna be inspired to find you. Okay, if you are single, this is for my singles, or such. This is talking about the celebration. This is where you're going to be able to celebrate. These three things, the women are doing more than having a good time. They're supporting each other while working in the world's oldest profession. The sugar skulls represented on the wall, and one is the dancer representing the power and resolve that they have and need to stick together to survive in the times unforgiving world. Sometimes this card represents having fun, and this is one of them. It also validates the good friendships you have in the world. You may even have a fun event arriving in the near future that you'll be able to celebrate together. These are the friends you want, the ones that have your back in times of trouble and sadness. Lean on these friends and they'll be fine with it. Because that's the positive of it. Now let's talk about what they represent in this. Since our well is empty. Okay, so that it tells me that this will be reversed because our well is empty and it's time to replenish. That's why it's telling me in the reverse too. It says sometimes too much of a good thing is just that, too much. It also is a toxic relationship, or if you're feeling like the third wheel in a relationship. It can also say that you are so-called friends have been making you feel left out. So now that's talking about they talked about this group of folks that was naysayers and doubters. So these people might not be your so-called friends, but these are your friend group. These are your tribes. This is your community. These are the people that you think validate you in the energy. Okay? And they said these are these so-called friends have been making you feel left out. Another thing is that what are you getting out of this relationship? What are you getting out of your relationship? Does it bring you joy? That's your prosperity. If it doesn't, then why are you still in it? Well, they telling me we went down that rabbit hole, look like to me. Look like we went down that rabbit hole somewhere along these lines. We went down a rabbit hole like Alice did, following the rabbit down the rabbit hole. And it's time to see what they want to tell us about us going down these rabbit holes so that we can get to our prosperity. We want to get to what do they want us to, caution ourselves to stop and take a look at. They said, never jam today. Promise that never comes to be. Empty words. Not living in the now. So you're not living in the now. You're living in the past. You're living in the before or yesterday. Listen, sometimes we are not who we were yesterday. We could wake up this morning and turn into several different things since morning, because you might not be who you was yesterday, and we can't go pick up yesterday bad news because that might not be who you are today. Okay. All in the golden afternoon. Inspiration, creative spark, in imagination and conception. Let's talk about it, y'all. They talking now. They talking business now. And they telling you at the bottom of the deck to keep up. Because time is ticking. Divine is in its energy as well. Emergent effort. Adventure? No, advance. So this is us moving forward, keeping up. This is us advancing forward in time, though. Advancing forward in time so we can see our future sometime. Sometimes the future can change. So we don't really want to see the future too much. We want to just give it a time to, because we can alter it sometime by seeing too much, knowing too much, not waiting for the surprise. But at the same time, when we go to our yesterday, that don't serve us. We got to be in the here and in the right now. Yesterday it might not serve you for today, because you might not be that same person you was yesterday. Okay? Maybe you might not be that person, because they told us a lot of different things in this energy. And if you didn't catch that from the beginning, you might want to go back and check it out so that you can get the message in its entirety and its clarity to you. Excuse me. So never jam today. Number 35 might resonate with you. Promises that never come to be. Empty words and not living in the now. Like I said, living in the now, the here and now. I think Luther sing here and now. Right. That song by Luther. Promise that never comes to be. Empty words. Not living in the now. Alice couldn't help laughing as she said, I don't want you to hire me, and I don't care for jam. It's very good jam, said the queen. Well, I don't want any today at any rate. You couldn't have it if you wanted it, the queen said. The rule is jam tomorrow and jam yesterday, but never jam today. Words are plentiful, but deeds are few. Thinking that the past and the future are better than the present. Being attracted by promise of good times and abundance that may never be kept. Boasting of plenty, but never enjoying it in the moment. Manipulation and withholding demands results in the present and work towards satisfying your desires yourself. Don't buy what they are selling. Being easily manipulated because you believe what people say rather than what they do. living off promises and hopes, wondering if someone will ever deliver the payoff they have promised you, fantasizing about tomorrow and dreaming of yesterday. That's what Never Jam Today is all about. Okay? Let's keep it pushing, y'all. I got all in the golden afternoon. So all in the golden afternoon, anything can happen in the all in the golden. Now you might have followed that rabbit down the hole. All in the afternoon, okay? And it's talking about inspiration and speaking a creative spark and imagination and conception. I'm sorry, you guys. A nod to suddenly silent one. And fancy they pursue the dream child moving through a land of wonders, wild and new. Time to create an imaginative idea. Inspiration takes hold, talent, and ability. The muse touches down in your life. Get ready. Feeling dull, uninspired, mundane, believing you lack creativity, dissatisfaction with your work, and negative self-talk. That's what this is, all in the afternoon. That's the inspiration. The inspiration is you, the touchdown in your life. Get ready, because the muse is here to show you your talents and your abilities, okay? That's your inspiration here in this energy. Your imagination, being imaginative, your imaginative ideas, and time to create. And then it says inspiration takes hold. It takes hold now so you can manifest your prosperity in the energy, okay? In your energy. I get so worked up, you guys, because it's so positive. The positive energy that's pouring in right now, this is really positive energy. Joke's on you. Treat me like a joke, and I'll leave you like it's funny. Right? Because it's funny to a person that's a naysayer. It's going to be funny when you get the last laugh. Because somebody might have deceived you in this energy. Maybe some friends have outcast you, ostracized you. It may even be family and co-workers have ostracized you. They go out and celebrate, and you know, left out in the energy is what I'm getting. You may not have a babysitter. You know, you might have a rebellious child that it's hard to find somebody to watch your child here in this energy. But they're saying that they can pull off, because you will have a time to celebrate. No, motherhood comes first. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news. And you know, we got to take care of our kids first before we can party like rock stars with the rock star. Because they might put the joke on you. You can't go out. Blah, ha, ha, laughing and thinking it's funny. But it's not funny, okay? Because, you know, a responsible parent, a responsible adult would want to stay and make sure that their kids get fed dinner. Make sure they are, you know, happy and healthy and whole, rather than going out and partying. I know we like to let our hair down, but maybe you can find other outlets while your children are at school or while they are doing other activities. You work your schedule around that. In energy, okay? You know, looking at it in a new perspective with the Milky Way here. You got to look at it in a new perspective. With the desert here, this well is dry. With the vision quartz here. The vision quartz here is you got to see the vision for yourself. See a new idea. See what makes you happy. Celebrate. If you ain't celebrating with those friends of like-minded, maybe you guys can come over and they can bring their kids. And maybe you have a study group with the children. And you have arts and crafts or something like that. And while the children are doing arts and crafts, you three sisters, friends, co-workers, whatever you guys are, you guys make pizza, or y'all make some type of potluck dish together, something like that. Everybody brings something, that type of thing. You know, be passionate with the passion here. You got passion here in you. You know, your cup runneth over with emotions for things, okay? But the crow knows when it's time to roll. He knows when message is here to say, you know, I can't do this right now. This doesn't serve me right now, okay? I can't put what I'm doing down. Maybe you have to bring your work home. Maybe you are a teacher and you got to grade papers. You know, you can't go out and party, Okay? Maybe you setting up for testing or something for school or something for work. Maybe you got deadlines to meet. Okay? Excuse me. Let's talk about who they're talking about here in this energy. Who wants to talk here? What are they talking about here in this energy? What are they talking about? What is the messages that they're talking to us about? They might be talking about a third party behind your back. They might be talking about a third party. These three people might be talking about how, you know, your lover might not be with you any longer. And I'm hiding my true feelings for you because I don't want others to get hurt. So they talking about maybe somebody in your group is talking about the lover walking off from you in your energy. Okay, it doesn't have to mean that you ever have a child. Okay, you don't have to have a child. You know, your lover could be off celebrating with your friends in this energy. Number 5, it's going to be a change. There is just so much unresolved stuff between us that needs to be cleared first. And like I said, it could be a family member. Y'all have some strife between you guys. You know, it's some toxic things here, overindulgences here, and energy talking about it's dry here. You know, temperatures might be flared here. All my insecurities come up when I'm around you. I don't feel good enough. So you might not feel good enough with this group because they talk about you behind your back. Make amends. I want to make things right between us. Somebody might want to make amends right here under the cup that's running over. Somebody might want to make amends with somebody. They don't want the strife here. But like I said, these are not like-minded folks that are talking about you. These are those naysayers and doubters. They don't have the same, oh, I'm sorry, I've been acting too good for you. Yeah, they act too good up. These might be some stuck-up friends that might not be your friends anyway. And it also might be somebody that's in college too. You know, you might have some catty girls that might be, you know, won't let you sit with them, like won't let you be in the sorority, won't let you be on the team. They bully you and they talk about you behind your back. Oh, she's this and she's that. Or you might have hooked up with a guy and the guy said some ill things about you. But it's saying that, you know, they weren't your friends anyway. Talk about perspective here. Talking about the vision quest. Talking about these celebrating girls here. Who are they? I realize that I just want you and I don't want to be a player. So they don't want to be a player. So I told you it's a third party. They don't want you to think that they are players here. You know, they playing side. One of the girls wants to be your friend. I don't know if she's, you know, feels bad about, you know, the other girls talking about you. But the third party is still, they're still talking about it. She still adds her 2 cents in the situation when they're talking. I'm not interested in anyone right now. I'm working on myself. So she's acting like, or he's acting like he's not interested in anyone right now, but they're telling me that I realize that I want you, and they don't want to be a player no more under the 5. And there's so much karma right here that y'all got to iron out some things. It's over a girlfriend and a man. Some girl might have messed with your man. It's over a man, y'all. I'm telling you that. It's over a man. All in the afternoon. So she might have kissed your boyfriend earlier in the day, or your boyfriend tried to talk to her. But then he thought he was going to get some jam from her. And all in the golden afternoon. All in the golden afternoon. Please come back. I made a mistake. Right. So, like, his insecurities that you find out about him messing with your friend. Because there's a man here. There's a man. And there's another man. 2 of the same type of man. So, it's the same man we talking about. A jack, a knight. With a horse wanting to come back in. In and out energy. People are starting to notice I'm not my normal self. Because he's wearing a mask. Okay, he's wearing a mask about who he is. He's wearing a mask about who he is. What's the conflict here, you guys? Talk to me on the conflict. Who's the conflict with and what the conflict about? What's the conflict about? Real quick, y'all. Conflict is, you are one. You are authentic. That you are yourself. You are yourself, and you are unique. And you might not follow the paths of other folks. You see the bigger perspective here. You see that they wearing a mask. You see that they don't have morals. Their morals of being with third parties is not your morals, okay? That's the Hierophant. You know what's going on. This is the Five of Swords. This is feeling defeated here with these people talking about you behind your back. Don't feel defeated. This is a reposition, repose. You got to pose again. You got to repose again. Not today. That's what they told us. We ain't never jamming today. This is promises that never come true. This person wasn't going to be true to you know what, because it was a false promise. This person wasn't going to be true to you know how. This is them playing their hand here on the hang one. This is only a perceptive, on perception. Perception. And perception is here, ain't it? Let me see. Under the Gallic Milky Way. This is your perception right here. No, that's your perspective. This is perspective, and this is your perception. 2 P's. And then give me one more, and then we're going to call it. This is rivals. This is your rivalry here. This is the Five of Wands. This is competition, rivalries, rivals, okay? Arguing, fighting, bickering about a man. So, we don't fight over men. Let her have him. Because he ain't going to serve her anyhow. So, let her have him. Keeping up. So, she want to keep up with the Joneses, with you, and what you doing. But time is ticking on that situation as well. So, if she did call herself taking your man, or seeing your man behind your back, and all of your friends knew it, and they didn't tell you, then they weren't your friends either. This is a downcast of pride here. That's being defeated here. This is your downcast of pride. Or his downcast of pride. Your body is your temple here. So you ain't just giving your body away to different men in this energy. You ain't just going to serve nobody. Today for tomorrow. When did they tell us about not jamming today? This is for today for not to tomorrow. You ain't going to get no jam today. But back when you was trying to get jammed yesterday, or the day in the future, in the past, I meant to say. You ain't getting none today, though. And this is you or him forgetting himself. Forgetting oneself. This is them forgetting theyself. Forgetting theyself, okay? Under all my insecurities come up when I'm around you. And I don't feel good enough. And please come back. I made a mistake. It's a parasite. Okay? Parasites. Parasites. Okay? And it might be a sight for sore eyes. You don't want this person no way. You might have thought they was good for you. They was very immature with the page here. The Page of Wands. They was only about some little sex or something. Yeah, it's a death to that with the death card here. In the energy. Talk about the Hierophant and his morals. That's the invocation here. Up in the upright. Invocations under the moon. Under the guardian gonna come in and help you in this energy. Now you done called your guardian in here in the energy now. And this is a hermit. You're gonna rest and retreat, and you're gonna make new decisions, or you might not be decided just yet on what you really want to do. The Princess of Wands. You know, you're a little bit, weakened by it, but you will bounce back. You will bounce back on the repose. You will bounce back. Talk about the Hanged One under the perception, under all in a golden afternoon, under the inspiration. This is your 3 of Cups. 3 of Cups. That's that third party that you knew all about. You know all about it. And if it wasn't about that third party that you knew about, let's talk about it here. Let's talk about the major arcana was the death. Okay, let's talk about the death real quick. The death talks about endings and beginnings. A clean break from the old. This is a cycle in the underworld. Ready to put in the old selves. Ready to put the old self to death. A sacrifice is asked of you, and you must decide if the cost is too much to bear. Surrendering that which no longer serves you, and change is coming. And you can decide what that means to you. Also, you're resisting the change you know is coming or know to be right. It also warns you to holding on to the old false self or old beliefs that you are holding you back. You're understanding of yourself is waiting to evolve. The new you is becoming ready to emerge under the authentic one. You are very authentic. And like I said, you might be an authentic mother. You might be, know that what was going on. And I told you this man might was seeking another lover somewhere in energy. Invocation. Let's talk about that. That's major arcana too. But that's also extra cards to the deck as well. And they talking about, it takes a moment to clarify your intentions. This is a call to connect with your guides. Reach out to the guardian of the first threshold, and they will test your resolve and the worthiness of your crossover. Intimidating at first, the guardians nonetheless hold your best interest in the inner growths at heart. Magic is all around us, and we only need to tap into it. So open up yourself and receive guidance and wisdom. Okay, under the Hierophant, that's your morals and your values. Okay, that's, and then we got the goodness, y'all, I can't even talk. The Hermits. The Hermit, okay, the Hermit talks about solace, solitude, simplicity, salt. The God wandering the wilderness in disguise. The Hermit bids you to seek guidance from your inner light and reconnect. Trust yourself. All the world around you becomes uncertain. The Hermit is detached from from concerns of the material world, a retreat into a sanctuary of your own making. You will find clarity through meditation here. All right, because you feel defeated here. Too much of self-reflection or not enough. The Hermit also is fearing of living life to the fullest, risking aversions to the point of isolation. It is a warning about pushing others away or ignoring your internal voice. Take a moment to connect with your inner life. Okay, the Prince of Wands. All right, the Prince of Wands, guys. The Prince of Wands. The Prince of Wands. She's talking about. This is under your repose. This is under Never Jam Today. This is talking about lust for life and the desire to try new things. This is an invitation to embark on your journey of discovery. No direction or course of action has been defined yet. The princess, excuse me, the princess is the the unbridled energy of possibilities, the unfurling of maps, the starting of an adventure at level 1. The barriers that once prevented you from taking the leap are burning away. Okay, it's taking up those things that stop you from going forward in life. And then we got the Three of Cups. And then guess what I'm gonna say, guys? I'm gonna catch you guys later. All right, so the cups talk about, Three of Cups talk about love crowned. Love crowned and triumph. The Three of Cups is a celebration of love you receive and give to those around you. It also is a free-flowing support and the abundance of goodwill. So your good nature will be seen in your energy. As you have given, so you shall receive. Your community celebration and supports you. And you feel strong for having found this support. Okay, you feel strong about, I'm having this support here. But these of the like-minded, because these other ones was talking about you and treating you nasty over here. So while you hung up in your mind or meeting new friends and getting new, mending old family traumas, You know, you may find a new friend group in this situation of like-mindedness. You know, they're talking about like-minded because these other folks was parasites up top. Things that people spend too much time thinking about. You know, you and your relationship and your situation and what goes on and why it going on and why it ain't. You know, if people love to entertain other people's energy, other people's business, things that don't concern them. Okay? And it's best that if you have a lover at this present time to keep it private, because other people like to infiltrate into your energy, okay, into your business, okay. So because the joke's gonna be on them when you do find that new lover. Ha ha ha, it's gonna be on them. Blah blah blah, shut up, right? Because they don't want to hear you up in the air, you know, doing your own thing. And they might think you feel like that. You might be feeling like you flighty, or you a flake, or, you know, you wishy-washy because you're not doing the same things that they are. But things that you wish work by remote control. You don't work by their universal control over you. But listen, y'all, this has been the as above and so below, the pull off and the open once. I'm going to open this portal and shut it back down. And if you are liking the as above and so below, may you subscribe, like, and share. Hit that bell notification along with the thumbs up. And if you would like to get your own personal reading with me, MissShineLight7TV at gmail.com, along with support, mentor, and coaching. Namaste. Namaskar.